And again. This time you can do it.
I don't know.
Don't be discouraged. Think about something nice. Think about the first time we met. You lived in a lonely cave for years, and together we found a way to finally free you, and all the things you've seen since then.
The first thing I saw were people who wanted to kill me.
Yes, but you've also seen nice things. Do you remember? Do you remember that dwarf in the Tash Mountains?
The one with the blue beard? He was funny.
And the knight Bogomil Rathling?
The two of them were always arguing.
And the grouchy fisherman, and Izida, the gypsy. I'm sorry, I forgot about Izida. Nuri, you must have one nice memory. Do you remember... Isn't it a wonderful feeling to have defeated the seer and finally be free?
I don't want to think about it. Those months in the cave were horrible.
I shouldn't have brought it up. It's time you become a fairy again. Do you remember how happy and carefree you used to be?
Of course I remember. That makes me even sadder.
Come on, that's enough for today.
Do I have to go back in the cage?
Unfortunately, yes. With a pet raven on my shoulder, the Andergastrians will immediately take me for a warlock again. I'm glad those days are over.
Oh well.
On the way back, let's stop by Fai's tent. He has such a carefree manner. I'm sure he'll raise your spirits.
Garon?
Yes?
I want to be like I was in former times too, but I don't know how. So much has happened.
We'll manage somehow. Who are those people?
These statues scare me.
They look like the pillars from Fai's tale, only with faces. Hey there, what's going on?
Brider, I can't work like this.
Master Bodiak?
This man is disturbing my investigation. Talk to him. Send him away. I have no time for this sort of thing.
I'm sorry, but the School of Arcane Combat of Andergast has closed off this area until further notice. You should go home.
What happened here?
A mob from the city wanted to chase a traveling merchant out of the country, and this is what became of them. Ta-da! Ancient Tulamid pillars with an Andergastrian core. No trace of the merchant.
He disappeared?
Yep, now shoo. Otherwise the same thing might happen to you too.
Everything's cursed. Fai was our best chance to heal you.
But isn't he evil? Didn't he petrify those people?
Nuri, that was an Andergastrian lynch mob. Had I been able, I would have turned them into stone too. He must have left a trace around here somewhere. I'd better find it before the mages from the School of Arcane Combat do. Otherwise we'll be right back where we started. A stone pillar with a stone sword and an elaborately chiseled beard. If it really were chiseled, that is. Looks like the knapsack of a wanderer or hunter, not like the bag of a serious mage.
Watch it, lad. I got sharp eyes. From what direction did the attack come?
Are you asking me?
Oh, he's still here. Brider, I expect more martial severity. See to it that he goes away. I can't understand a word this way.
Beat it.
All right.
From what
First,
direction
I have to
did
find
the
out what
attack
happened to
come?
Fai. He's holding a small shell against the petrified woman. I wonder if he thinks he can talk to her that way.
What did the
It doesn't
mage
look like she's going to answer.
The spirit must have been petrified as well.
I have to find Fahi. Only he can transform Nuri back into herself.
I don't hear a thing. Not a single thought.
Psst! Nuri, can you do me a favour? Distract the mage. Hop behind the statue and talk to him. He'll think you're the petrified woman.
Shall I tell him about King Chestnut and the turnip ghosts?
No, just answer his questions.
What questions, and what should I say?
Listen.
How many attackers were there?
11 to 15.
What did the mage look like?
He wore a crocus-coloured brooch on his left breast.
How do you know all that?
I don't know anything, I'm just guessing.
From what direction did the attack come?
It came from the northeast.
And in what direction did they depart?
To the northwest. Can you remember all that?
What was he wearing again?
A crocus-coloured brooch on his left breast.
Then let's go.
Thanks, Nuri. You're a big help.
Oh, what a waste of time. It appears the spirit of these peasants has been extinguished once and for all.
Well, okay, just the interback. Do I have to? That makes me sad.
Ha! I have contact. They came from the north west and then went where? Ryder, what are you? I can't remember all this by myself.
That'll keep them busy for a while. It's firmly in place. There's a lock on it. Yeah. Whatever's in there, it smells awful. They smell funny. Somehow... Oh, my head. My fex. What is this stuff? A key.
That's enough, Bryder. We have a statement. Have you thoroughly searched the crime scene?
Yeah, nothing there. If there's anything else, it must be in the tent. I'll just finish writing this up.
Uh-oh. Come on, close, quickly. Made it.
And don't disturb the crime scene. I'll hear every sound.
That was close. Huh? There's another one here. Apparently the mages haven't even found him yet. Prius be with me. That's the mask from the burial chamber. What else has that merchant fellow been keeping from me? He's got the mask firmly clutched in his hand. I need to use rougher measures if I want to get it loose. What I need is a hammer and chisel. Good riddance. It fits. I really impressed the kid with this. She surely won't mock me again. The kid locked away my creation. I'm flattered. I can still sense life within him. Creepy. I still need a hammer.
I told you not to break anything. Do you hear me? I have no idea what everyone sees in her. Hey, watch it, will you? Hey, watch it, will you?
She seems to be having fun. I'll leave her to it. Talking to him is hopeless. There's a hammer peeking out of the bag.
Take your paws off my hammer.
He's too far away. It's nothing that I couldn't repair. No, the mage is in there.
I won't have you disturb the crime scene, young lady.
I'll be careful.
It would break, the mage would turn around and spot me at once.
Hey, watch it, will you?
I really impressed the kid with this. She's sure.
Hey, watch it, will you?
Got it, and now I'm out of here.
Oh, who do we have here? Brider? There's a new suspect. What have you got there, boy?
This?
That can't be.
Master Bodiak? What is that?
Nothing. Take it from him and give it to me. That is quite obviously a very dangerous artifact. I must immediately take it to the school for study. Question the swineherd in the meantime.
Understood. So who are you? And why are you sneaking around here?
You can't just take the artifact.
Look at me when I'm talking to you. The School of Arcane Combat wants to know what terrible thing has happened around here. I, on the other hand, am surprised at how boring our investigations have been so far. So, please don't make this too easy for me or I'll be even more disappointed. First question. What sort of artifact was that?
That was an ancient magical weapon. In the wrong hands, it could cause untold harm.
And how did someone like you come to possess something so powerful?
I found it behind the tent. One of the statues had it in its hand. Is that all? Can I go now?
Boy, you are boring. You didn't even try to lie to me. This kingdom can't even get incidents of black magic right. And now for my last question. Who are you anyway?
I'm Giron.
Fine, that's all. You may go.
Seriously?
I can see from 100 paces that you're harmless. Or do you have another question before you return to your uneventful life?
Are you good at riddles?
What sort of riddles?
How about As the stone over the scarab, so rules the scarab over the stone?
What's the context?
I can't tell you.
Then I can't solve it.
Your teacher seemed very excited about my artifact.
That's the way he is. He collects rare artifacts, travels around a lot for them. Supposedly, he once even went to the Rastulian Wall to Draconia. But I don't know any more about that.
You're a novice at the wizard school, right?
Right, a combat mage in training. Forever damned to serve the Undergastrian nobility in their mindless squabbling with Nostria.
Why don't you leave if you don't like it?
First, I have to make it through my training.
What happened here?
Didn't I already tell you? Last night, 5 Undergastrians got together at the Fat Ham Inn to drive a Talanid merchant from the forest. And they were found like this the next morning.
You didn't say that they met at the inn, or that there were 5 of them.
Well, now you know.
What happened to the Talamid?
We don't know. He probably won't be too far. All his belongings are still here. We suspect he's hiding in the forest. Well, I think that's enough. Get lost so I can keep searching in peace.
I think I've seen enough. Come on, Nuri. I'll take you home.
What should we do now?
Did you hear what the mage said? She mentioned there were 5 people in the mob, but there were only 4 pillars in the clearing. What if the 5th person escaped? There would be a witness.
Or you just let me stay a raven. It isn't all that bad.
Not as long as I can do something about it. I'll ask around in town and try to find out what happened to Fai. You better stay here.
I'm tired anyway. I'll just sleep for a while. Will you wake me if there's any news?
I will. Sweet dreams. You ugly beasts. After I solve Fai's riddle, I'll hopefully never have to lay my eyes on you again. I hate this stable, and I hate this pig trough even more. You ugly. The children who emptied their chamber pot there yesterday, weren't they supposed to be working? I prefer the well outside the gates, and since yesterday I also know why. Anyone who's different will end up there sooner or later. At least I was spared that when I was young. A little place all of his own. The Andergastrians love their misfits. Anyone who's different, at least... This is the district boundary. It's exactly where the stench from the tanneries ends, and the smell of the pig urine begins. The warriors in the temple don't like me. They think I'm a cowardly louse who only brings them misfortune in combat. At least that's what they say.
I bid you a good morning.
What is a jester doing in Hilda's booth?
I'm no mountebank. I'm a businessman. Should I wear rags like you? Oh, how I loathe these country bumpkins.
What was that?
Nothing. Can I interest you in some colourful ceramics? Or perhaps some fine glassware? I'm just passing through, so it's now or never.
You deal in glassware?
I heard that there is no glass in Undergast. You don't even have windows in this humble corner of the world. I came here to change that. How was I supposed to know that these stinking pig farmers don't have any money?
Did you notice anything suspicious last night?
Did the thief visit you too?
What thief?
One of my glass boxes was stolen. I could only see the fellow from a distance. He carried a long staff on his back. Blasted herdsman.
Maybe it was a magic staff.
By the gods! What would a magician want with my cheap goods? I mean, I wouldn't have thought this rebel had that much taste.
What was stolen?
A jewellery box made from fake gemstones. The junk wasn't worth anything anyway.
Then why was it stolen?
Did I say that out loud? It was worth a fortune, of course.
Can you tell me anything about a stone and a scarab?
Is it a regular stone or a precious stone?
Good question. That's enough. Thanks.
Weren't you going to buy anything?
No, thank you.
Such a waste of time.
I liked Hilda's old stand better. Ah, the circle of life. Here, piglets are happily suckled, and at the inn they're serving pork roast. It's a never-ending loop. They seem so cheerful and carefree. Hard to believe that at some point they'll grow up to be Andergastrians. I'd better not distract him. The sheep will be slaughtered soon enough.
Hey there, birdcatcher. The School of Arcane Combat is only for mages and novices. What are you doing here?
Master Bodiak asked me to come.
Master Bodiak isn't here. Come back later if you want something from him.
The school courtyard is quiet. The students are probably out on maneuvers in the woods.
Garon!
Giacomo!
Hello, Garon.
Hello, Hilda.
What luck! Here I was thinking I'd sent you to your doom. Is it true what they say? Have people really been turned into stone pillars?
Yes, it's true.
By the gods!
How do you know Fahi?
I met him on my travels. He was said to own a rare fairy artifact I was interested in.
He's an artifact dealer?
He trades in them, but I never got the impression that he knows much about them. He even tried to sell me the fairy artifact as a mere ritual stone from the southern jungles. He had no idea what a treasure he was sitting on.
If Fahi is just a simple merchant, where did he get the power to transform Nuri back?
I don't know his secret, but I saw it with my own eyes. We were enjoying a cup of Tulamid gold when he brought out a pot with a berry bush and transformed it into a crane before my very eyes.
It could have been an illusion.
No, Garon. It was the most powerful magic I have ever seen. And he was smiling cheerfully as though it was no effort at all. Garon, that man can mold lives into other forms as he wishes.
Even into stone?
I assume so.
What about Fahi's dream?
Princess Saja's journey?
He only told me the beginning. Do you know the rest?
No. But the battle which he joined was the great battle in the Gorian desert between the demon lord Borbarat and Rohal the Wise. All Aventuria struggled to save the world from the demon invasion. Unfortunately, there was no one who could relate the tale.
Why not?
There wasn't a single survivor.
What about Fahi's riddle?
The stone and the scarab? I don't know. But perhaps it's the key to this whole story.
Can a single riddle really be that important?
Fi seemed convinced of it.
Let's talk about something else. How's the fairy research coming along?
All my energy is going into researching the reasons for Nuri's tragic transformation. It's difficult enough to study a people that don't even exist in Aventuria. Now I have to understand an exchange of souls between a raven and a fairy as well.
I don't know how I can ever repay you for your help.
Well, there is something.
Tell me.
Can you bring me some wine from Hilda's bar? She won't give me any.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Garon. You can put it in here.
Were you here yesterday evening?
Yes, but in my room. The mood downstairs was too aggressive for me. There was a lot of alcohol involved.
Can you remember who was here?
The 3 at the next table, and then 4 others.
5 people attacked Fahi's tent yesterday, but only 4 were petrified. So the 5th must be here in this room. But which of the 3 is it? Thanks, Giacomo. I'll see you later.
Wait, Fahi may prove to be a dark mage, but if you want to transform Nuri back, he's our only hope.
What are you talking about?
Fairies need fairy magic nearby, or their spirit changes. And for a long time, Nuri's body was the greatest source of fairy magic that she had. That means if you don't change her back soon, she'll lose everything that makes her a fairy. She'll forget everything. She'll forget who you are and what you experienced together. She'll even forget who she once was.
We can't let that happen.
Do you have any idea what happened to Fahi?
No, but I will soon. Hey, who was with the mob in the forest yesterday?
They're very obstinate fellows.
I'll handle them somehow. A sight for the gods. By Travia, I needed that.
Oh, Geron, please leave the barrel alone. The wood is old and fragile.
The wine now flows freely to the ground. This is going to take a while. I'll just put the carafe under the drip and have a look at the ham while I wait. Fex be thanked. She didn't notice a thing. The wine now flows.
Thank you, Geron.
Don't mention it.
I thought you didn't see me.
Hello, Hilda. Since when are you the new barmaid?
Oh, since the sowing season. Did you miss me in the marketplace?
I was just asking. What kind of wine is that?
That's red Geron. From the North Marshes. Sounds delicious, huh?
Actually, it sounds like someone owes me a sample.
I'm sorry, but this barrel has been ordered and paid in advance by Count Svendrik Rostling. He's going to pick it up tonight.
Can you tell me who was here yesterday evening?
Everybody that's here now. And then Wolfram with his sister and 2 friends. But they say something happened to them in the forest yesterday.
Thanks. That's all I need to know. Since when are you...
Oh, did you...
Oh... See you later, Hilda.
Don't keep me waiting.
Were the 3 of you here last night?
Who's asking?
Just tell me, were you?
None of your business.
All 3 of us were here.
The whole night?
The whole godless night.
One of you went to help attack the Ptolemede in the forest last night, and I want to know who.
Beat it. No one here is ratting out anybody.
Exactly.
If I want a confession, I'll have to be a little more clever than that. You seem to be very relaxed.
My wife gave me the day off. And that after I spent half of last night carousing. A good woman.
Just drinking?
Not much. I had to play cards with my friend here, after all.
Who won?
Well, I did. This bum was a lot more drunk than I was and had to run outside all the time.
Was he gone long?
No, not very long, but long enough. Stupid. You should never leave an experienced player completely alone at the table in the middle of a game. An expensive lesson, but a necessary one.
So you fleeced your sleeping friend playing cards?
Yes. Every time he left me alone at the table, he came back a sure loser. That shows how inexperienced he is in games and in alcohol.
So you fleeced...
Yeah, that shows.
Why are you staring at the boy like that?
I'm counting the lice on his head. Don't distract me.
Did you do that last night too?
No. Last night I got stewed and did my father proud. By Swafnir, did I quaff a lot.
So you were here the whole evening?
Yeah, right in this spot.
You were stretched out drunk on the table the whole evening?
Is that a crime?
No, I'm just asking. Hey you, wake up. Where were you last night?
Playing cards.
And?
Drinking.
The whole evening?
I don't know. Maybe.
You spent the whole evening here playing cards and drinking?
I don't know. Maybe.
That's all I'm going to get out of him. I think one of you is lying.
And who is that supposed to be?
The Thorwalian.
And what makes you say that?
He claims to have been lying here drunk all night. But why doesn't he have a hangover?
Because I can take it, you milksop. And now, take what you've got coming.
Next time I should be very, very sure before I accuse a Thorwalian of lying. Hey. I think one of you is lying.
And who is that supposed to be?
The sleepyhead there.
And what makes you say that?
The two of you are wide awake. He, on the other hand, looks like he's been up all night.
No, he just drank too much. Come back when you know what you're talking about. Then I'll buy you one.
Hey. I think one of you is lying.
And who is that supposed to be?
You.
And what makes you say that?
The others were much too drunk. You are the only one who could have made it to the forest.
And what if I wasn't in the forest at all? That doesn't prove a thing. And now let me smoke my pipe in peace.
What can I do for you?
Can you tell me who was here yesterday evening?
Everybody that's here now. And then Wolfram, with his sister and 2 friends. But they say something happened to them in the forest yesterday.
Thanks. That's all I need to know. See you later, Hilda.
Don't keep me waiting.
Hey. So you fleeced your sleeping friend playing cards?
Yes. Every time he left me alone at the table, he came back a sure loser. That shows how inexperienced he is in games and in alcohol.
You were stretched out drunk on the table the whole evening.
Is that a crime?
No, I'm just asking. You spent the whole evening here playing cards and drinking.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's all I'm going to get out of him. I think one of you is lying.
And who is that supposed to be?
The Thorwalian.
And what makes you say that?
He claims to have been passed out here all night, but you said that you were alone every time you cheated at cards.
That's true. Now that you mention it, he was gone a pretty long time.
Shh. Quiet. I have to count.
Where were you? Not with my wife again, were you?
Blast. Now I miscounted.
Hey, I asked you a question.
Stop arguing! And please leave my guests alone, Geron.
I'm sorry, Hilda, but this is an important matter.
I know. I was there.
What?
I'm the one you're looking for. I saw it all. I was drunk and, Geron, I didn't know what they were up to. I thought they were just fooling around.
Tell me what happened.
Wolfram said the Tulamides are in league with the demons and merely disguised as simple merchants. Supposedly, they're trying to smuggle a dark artifact into the country. He said they want to use it to overthrow King Ephedon and turn all women into love slaves. First, Hartman was supposed to sneak into the tent and steal the artifact, and then signal to us with his lantern. That was supposed to be the sign to attack.
But it didn't get that far, did it?
I don't know. It's all so hazy.
Try to remember. You should start from the beginning.
I'll try. I remember it had just stopped raining when we finally reached the clearing.
Demon.
Oh, Geron, it was so horrible. There were horns growing out of his body all over, and he had a long, glowing staff on his back.
Just like the princess.
Promise me things will soon be the way they used to be.
Don't worry. I'll take care of it myself.
Will you now? Come outside with me, will you? Blast. If the school learns of the demon rumors, they'll take the case away from me in an instant. What shall I do with you?
You could let me go.
We're well beyond that point. Do you also believe it was a demon? Why am I asking you? You probably believe everything you're told.
A demon in Andergast? That's quite unheard of. It would certainly stir things up around here.
That it would, indeed. All right, it's decided.
What?
Here's charcoal and parchment. Have Hilda draw you a picture of the attacker. We have to know exactly what we're dealing with here.
We?
Then find out what the beast wants. Maybe there's something we can use as bait.
As bait?
Right. And third, I need an astral accumulator. Well, my own astral energy probably won't be sufficient.
Sufficient? For what?
We need to be well prepared if we're going to set up a trap. Do I have to do everything by myself?
You want to catch a full-grown demon? You're just a lowly novice.
I can beat the other novices with one hand tied behind my back. And yes, I want to catch it. And banish it. Of course it's risky. But I'm not going to miss out on the adventure of my life by being careful. All that's missing is the drawing of the demon, bait, and the astral accumulator. And then we can get started.
I thought you didn't want me to get into danger.
Oh, I just wanted to get rid of you. I thought you were just a curious lumberjack. Now I know you're one of those would-be heroes, and I have sympathy for would-be heroes. I would also rather leap fully unprepared into a dark dragon's cave and risk my life than spend my days shearing sheep. Besides, time is short and I need help.
You could have had the whole school of magic behind you.
As soon as they find out that I'm hunting a demon, they'll pull me right off the case and let the masters do it. And I'd hate to let them have all the fun.
Why should I help you?
I don't know. You were sneaking around the scene of the crime, questioning witnesses. You'll achieve your goal faster if you help me. Besides, you're old enough to know what you're doing.
What do you need for the trap?
A drawing of the demon, bait, and the astral accumulator from the school.
Why the drawing?
I have to know what sort of entity we're dealing with. Look for people who say they saw something, and draw what they tell you.
What can be used to lure a demon?
It depends on the demon. Find out if anything has changed in town since yesterday. If something is missing, for example, maybe there's a connection. Then you come up with something similar and bring it to me.
What's an astral accumulator?
Another magical artifact. It's charged with astral energy that mages can rely on when their own power isn't enough. Alric had one until recently, but it was stolen. Find out who's got it and bring it to me. I assume it was someone in the school.
I think I understand. I don't know what I should think of this woman, but if I don't play along, she might find Fahi before me. So you need a drawing of the entity, bait to lure it, and
An astral accumulator. Here, I wrote it down for you. And you'll need this as well.
a ring with a lens?
That's another artifact from Alric's collection. It's called a hare's eye, an invention of the Master Dahoto. If you look through it, you can see traces of magic in the environment. Try it. Did you see anything?
These glass shards?
Did they glow?
Yes.
That means someone cast magic on them. Maybe even our friend. Keep following the trail. Maybe there'll be a hint of what he's looking for.
I can keep the hare's eye?
Why not? The spell only lasts 3 days anyway. After that, the lens is worthless.
And what if I follow the trail and run right into the beast's arms?
Then you scream. Good luck. You can find me in the clearing.
Who have I come across now?
By the way, my name's Bryda.
I'm Giron.
Good hunting, Geron. On a rather unusual sort of hunt.
The tracks lead up to my window. What's that? More broken glass? Somebody was here last night. Someone who by the light of the lantern picked something apart piece by piece and watched us sleeping at the same time. What's going on here? Doesn't work. Some parts are still missing. The whole thing was an ugly glass box. There's a gap in the lid, as if one single piece was still missing. I don't want to wake her. Hilda has complained so many times that her magic has no effect on me, but she hasn't even got any.
What can I do for you?
Oh, come on, Hilda. Nobody will miss that little bit of wine.
I'm sorry, but this barrel has been ordered and paid in advance. He's going to pick it up tonight.
Can you draw me a picture of the attacker?
I can try. That's him. That's what he looked like.
Is that a magic staff on his back? Thanks, Hilda. You've been a big help.
I just hope they catch that monster as soon as possible. I won't be able to get a moment's sleep until then.
Don't worry, I'm already working on it.
Thank the gods.
You again? What do you want?
Master Bodiak asked me to come. He has an artifact I'm supposed to tell him more about.
All right. His room is on the second floor, right next to the staircase.
Master Oakwood's old room.
How do you know that?
Long story. I'll be going.
And don't stray. If I see you anywhere other than in the master's room, you'll be out of here on your ear.
This time I'll use the door.
Yes? Ah, here he is. What do you want?
It's about the mask.
What about it?
I want my artifact back.
Your artifact? According to Bryder's report, you just stumbled upon the mask.
Where did you take it?
It's my responsibility to keep the unconcerned far from any magical developments. That applies especially to hotheads who consider themselves to be budding magicians.
What's so important about the mask? Is it dangerous?
Only for someone who has a command of ancient Talamedia. The rest is of no concern to you.
If you don't intend to tell me anything more about the mask.
We may as well change the subject, yes?
You're suddenly so cheerful.
Can't an old man be happy once in a while?
I just mean with the petrified people and the rumours about a demon.
All nonsense. Soon everything will be just as before.
You seem to be very sure of that.
That I am, my boy. That I am.
Have you found out what happened last night?
Why would that interest a bird catcher?
People are afraid.
Ah, those pig farmers are scared of everything. That's why it's important to resolve this case as quickly as possible. We can't have the rabble taking matters into their own hands. And we saw last night what can happen to a mindless mob.
I'll be leaving then.
It's about time.
These are just copies of books that I stole the other day. I already took everything that looked the least bit helpful during my last break-in. For anything else, I should ask Bryder. Hello?
Oh, hello, my friend. You don't look like you belong here. Can I help you with something?
Who are you?
Me? I'm studying here. Magic, combat, bit less magic, lot more combat. Anybody who dreamed of magic as a child soon loses those illusions here. Unless they come to me.
What does that mean?
I'm putting the magic back into magic. And how are you doing that, you ask? Well, that all depends on the needs of my customers.
What are you doing here?
I'm in bed with a cold, while the others are running around in the forest playing war.
It looks more like you're kneading little lumps of honey.
Correct. But except for you and me, nobody knows that.
What are you really doing? Why the honey?
By a rather circuitous route, I came across a spell from Punin. It cost me a few small favors, but it was worth it. Do you see these honey coins I've pressed? Watch. Harden what's soft and stem the flow. The honey is now as hard as stone, but unfortunately it's still too translucent to pass as real gold. But with the right mixture, it could work.
You can harden liquids?
Rather call it upgrade. My honey to gold experiment is only the beginning. I'm open to further suggestions at any time.
What can you tell me about Bryda?
Oh, Bryda is brilliant. The masters are all crazy about her. She's definitely one of the good ones. She believes even more in the magic within things than I do. All those piffling spells these days must bore her to tears.
I'm looking for an astral accumulator.
You know more than one might think from looking at you. A genuine astral accumulator is very rare and valuable. A novice with rich parents hired me to steal old Owley's so he could cheat in the examination.
Owley?
Master Ulrich. It's an open secret that he's obsessed with rare artifacts. The artifact hunters in the Hisinda Temple had better not find out, though. Who knows? Maybe one day that knowledge will help me pass my own examination.
Where do I find the accumulator?
In the dormitory.
Huh? Who are you? Get out of here!
Nothing happened. The wood is too far gone already.
You again? Out!
There's a glow around the lamp. This could be the astral accumulator Bryda's looking for. I really need to learn to be more quiet. See you later. gap in the lid is now full of red wine. Can you harden this wine for me?
Terrific idea. That would give us a ruby, right? Of course I can. But what's in it for me?
What do you want?
Nothing from here in Andergast. I can get all that myself. They tell me Tulamides are in the country. Bring me something unusual from their tent, and maybe we can make a deal.
I found this cucumber.
Show me. And now the wine. Harden what's soft and stem the flow. One freshly forged ruby for my new best friend. Whatever you're planning to do with it, I suggest you hurry. The effect won't last long.
What's so special about that vegetable?
Let's just say it doesn't just fill you up. Nice doing business with you.
The whole clearing is glowing. There's so much magic in the air here, I can't even see my own hand. What happened here? He tried to kick the Tulamides out of the country and he was punished for it. As far as I'm concerned, he got what he deserved. Nothing but junk in there. This is the shell the man pressed against the pillars before. I'll take it with me. He didn't even get a good look at his attacker before he ran away screaming. What a coward! This one hasn't seen anything. He's got nothing interesting in his head. By the gods, what was that? I'll sketch it right away. I'd better stay away from that. What's that on the ground?
A magic circle. If we're really facing a demon, we can't go wrong with a magic circle. It's finding the right spell that worries me. Have you found what we need?
What's an astral accumulator?
Another magic. It's Alric had one. Find out who's got it. I assume.
I'll keep looking. See you later.
Goodbye, and good luck.
Here,
What's that?
the astral accumulator.
Odum Arcanum. Geron, that thing isn't even magic. I'm afraid you've fallen for a red herring.
Well, great.
Don't get rattled. Maybe your first trail was right and you just let yourself get distracted. And use the lens this time.
Is this what you're looking for?
Odum Arcanum. Yes, that's it. Good work.
Since everything points to our attacker liking rubies... Here.
I know where that came from. The theory with the ruby is a bit far-fetched, but I can't think of anything better myself.
It won't get any more detailed than this.
Ooh, doesn't have any eyes. Thanks, Geron. That should suffice. You need to stand further away. I'm preparing the magic circle now.
How much farther is it?
What?
What is it?
I thought you said something.
No. Unfortunately, I can only create the basic conditions. I'll only know the right spell when I see the beast.
I'm amazed the mob didn't run away from the tent.
The attacker probably came out of the woods.
To Draconia. How much further is it?
This time I heard it too. I'm so tired all of a sudden. By the gods! Geron, the tree! It was here the whole time.
What do you want?
I'm hungry. I need to eat. If I starve
Before the mask gets to Draconia, you won't see a single shilling. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm a child of the city. I don't know my way around here. It's still many miles to Draconia. We've only just begun to climb the mountain. I have to eat.
Give me silver.
Silver?
The silver platter from the burial chamber. Give it to me.
Princess, he seems to be offering you a trade. Do you really want to do that?
A Safsha.
I suppose the deal is off.
I don't have to rely on him. I can catch something myself. How come you're suddenly talking again? You've been mute since we left the caves.
I was afraid.
Afraid?
Yes. I was stuck in a dark but safe hole for thousands of years. I don't know who I am, where I come from, where I'm going, and how this is all going to end. In addition, I'm bound to a grim woman who carries what is probably a demonic staff on her back. Of course I'm afraid! Don't laugh! Whenever I think I've figured you out, you laugh like a perfectly normal woman again. Even the growling of your stomach is that of a plain mortal.
It's high time I ate something.
What? Your guide has you in the palm of his hand. He knows you'd be lost in this wilderness without him.
Just wait and see. I saw an animal's burrow behind the tree. I'll catch whatever lives there and eat it. How am I supposed to reach Draconia without food? Are you listening to me? Part of our agreement is that you keep me alive. Pointless. He's ignoring me. If I want something to eat, I'll have to hunt for it myself. There would be enough room here for a trap, but I think I'll do it some other way. I could hide behind that, but not without good reason. Come on out, little beast. I need to eat you.
You have a way with words, Charizard.
I only lie when I have to. bait. The logs are too blunt to stick in the ground. I made them pointy. That'll never work. Now that's just uninspired. That won't get me anywhere. The dagger isn't enough to fasten the pelt to the ground. No, that's not it. What shall I fasten it to? I can't lose my head now. Better not. Better not. I might still need it. No. I don't even know where I should start. Better not. I might... I would have to... The pelt is now full of holes. I can't get the last stake out.
Show me your dagger.
Now he wants my dagger too. That'll never work. There are plenty of flowers. Nothing there to catch at the moment. Better not. Come on, come farther out. Yes, come closer. I've almost got you.
Impressive.
Poor thing. And now? Can't just eat it raw.
Here, take these stones.
Oh, who doesn't need stones?
No, these are special stones for fire.
He seems to be holding something in his hand.
These are flints. Thank you.
And now the staff.
What?
Stones for the staff. That's the price.
Thank you for not giving me away.
I thought you wanted to get rid of me.
As unpredictable as you are, he's even worse.
I have failed. I might as well just lie here and die. Oh. No, he took everything. He only left the flints and the mask. I'll hunt that bastard down. I'll catch him, and I'll gut him like a rat. No one flouts me and gets away with it.